Team USA hasn't even stepped onto the court. Training camp hasn't even started, and already the drama has detonated. Before December 12th even arrives, before a single drill, a single scrimmage, or a single meeting takes place, Team USA has managed to spark a full-blown crisis. And at the center of it, as always, is the one name that shakes the sport every time it's mentioned: Caitlin Clark. The moment the news broke, the basketball world erupted. Fans, analysts, former players, all simultaneously asking, what is Team USA doing?
We haven't even made it to training camp yet. We have not even made it to the December 12th Women's USA Basketball training camp yet, and they are already disrespecting Caitlin Clark.
Look like Team USA is forcing Caitlin Clark to change her infamous 22 number.
Caitlin Clark, who is not one of the top 12 to 15 WNBA players, did not make the Olympic team. But Christian Laettner wasn't one of the top.
And why are they doing this to Caitlin Clark? Because this wasn't a minor detail. This wasn't a small adjustment. This wasn't some routine procedural move. They're forcing Caitlin Clark to give up her iconic number 22. Let's be clear, this isn't just a number. This isn't just ink on a jersey. This is the number that millions of fans immediately connect to her. The number that defines her highlights, her brand, her identity, her story. A number that sold out arenas. A number that broke viewership records. A number that became bigger than the WNBA itself.
Christian Laettner wasn't one of the top 100 players in the NBA, and he made an Olympic team. Olympic basketball team, men's and women's, has always been subjective and very political at the end of the roster. Isaiah Thomas didn't make it. Why? Michael Jordan didn't like him. The WNBA Finals had 700,000 viewers. The draft that included Caitlin Clark had 3 times as many. Life, whether it's a relationship, business, sports, life gives you so few big waves.
And now, Team USA is telling her, drop it. The backlash? Immediate, explosive, brutal. Fans are calling it disrespectful. Analysts are calling it political. And inside circles are whispering something even more chaotic. Caitlin Clark may not even suit up for Team USA if this continues. Team USA knows exactly what that would mean. Panic, embarrassment, and the biggest public relations disaster in years. And make no mistake, the panic is already starting.
This is the these are the Team USA. And these are the player numbers. So obviously, Kelsey Plum, number 5. Jackie Young, 13. You have Griner, 15. Chelsea Gray, 8. Kalia Copper, 7. And then everybody that was not on the roster is above number 15.
This isn't an equipment change. This isn't a simple rotation decision. This is a calculated move, one that feels like a slap to the face of the most important player in women's basketball. And today, right here on Her Hoops, we're diving into why this happened, who made the call, and what's really going on behind the scenes. But first, tell me in the comments, should Caitlin Clark be allowed to keep her number 22, or is Team USA justified in forcing the switch? To understand why this jersey drama has exploded into a national controversy, you have to look at the pattern, because this number change isn't happening in a vacuum.
Women's basketball feels like it's suffering from spite or historically low self-esteem, where they want to prove that they know more than you do. It's an opportunity wasted.
Early this morning about the matter, so this could be the first time you guys is hearing about this. But let's blow it up and let's dive right into the story, man. It states Caitlin Clark Team USA number change turns heads. Indiana Fever's star Caitlin Clark will be wearing a foreign number the next time she competes on a basketball court.
It's happening after months of eyebrow raising, head shaking, flat out baffling decisions surrounding Caitlin Clark and Team USA. And honestly, it's starting to look less like coincidence and more like a long-running agenda. Let's rewind to the moment that sent shockwaves across the entire sports world. Caitlin Clark was not selected for the Olympic roster. The justification from Team USA? She's not one of the top 12 to 15 players. Really? The woman who broke nearly every NCAA scoring record.
It's going to be a lockout. I'm here to tell you I'm changing my whole wavelength of thinking. I'm changing everything about that whole process of thinking, because I believe it's definitely going to be a lockout. Ain't no way around it. Ain't no shaking it. I believe the owners is being very, very disrespectful to the women. They definitely deserve $1 million contract. Now, do they deserve 5-10? I don't believe so, but 1.1 to 2 million, yes, they deserve that, bro.
Who dragged college basketball into the mainstream, who single-handedly tripled WNBA viewership, isn't top 12? Even NBA analysts were confused. Former players were confused. Sponsors, networks, and fans worldwide were confused. Because if the Olympic roster were truly about the top 12 players, then explain Christian Laettner making the Dream Team while being nowhere near the NBA's top 100. Explain how Olympic selections have always been political, subjective, relationship-based, not strictly performance-based. And if politics were involved this time, well, Caitlin Clark never even had a chance. The WNBA Finals peaked at 700,000 viewers. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark's draft, one player, one event, tripled that audience. She is the biggest wave women's basketball has ever received. And instead of riding that wave, Team USA tried to steer around it. Fast forward to today. After months of confusion, debates, and criticism, Caitlin is finally invited to the December 12th to 14th USA basketball training camp in Charlotte. This camp was supposed to be a reset, a chance to move forward, squash narratives, and bring unity to the national team. Stars like Paige Bueckers, JuJu Watkins, veterans, future faces of the sport. It should have been a celebration. Instead, before Caitlin even steps foot in the gym, before she even laces up a sneaker, Team USA makes this decision. Strip her of the number 22 and leave it empty, unused, untouched, not claimed by anyone. That's not logistics. That's not coincidence. That's a message. And fans are asking the exact same question. Why Caitlin? Why now? And what's the real reason behind this? Let's break down exactly what happened, step by step, because once you examine the sequence, the whole situation becomes even more suspicious, even more deliberate, and even more disrespectful. Step 1. Team USA releases a preliminary number list. This list shows returning players like Kelsey Plum, Jackie Young, Brittany Griner, Chelsea Gray, and Kalia Copper all keeping their assigned numbers. No changes, no disruptions, no conflicts. Everything looks normal until you reach the players invited to camp who weren't on the Olympic roster. Those players are assigned numbers starting at 17 and upward. And guess who's at 17? Caitlin Clark. Not 22. Not even close. She's assigned a completely random number, one that has zero connection to her brand, her story, or her legacy. Step 2. Fans notice something bizarre. The number 22, Caitlin Clark's iconic number, is not assigned to anyone else. Let me repeat that. No player at the entire camp is wearing number 22. The number is available, open, unused. This destroys any logistical explanation instantly. If another star had claimed 22, fine, that happens. But an empty number? A completely free number? And Caitlin still gets forced into 17? That's not an accident. That's intentional. Step 3. Team USA's justification doesn't exist. There is no statement, no explanation, no clarification. They just quietly assign her a random number, leave her real number empty, and hope no one notices. Spoiler, everyone noticed. Step 4. The reaction explodes. Not just from Iowa fans, not just from WNBA fans, from the entire basketball world. Because everyone understands what this number means to Caitlin. It's her identity, her brand, her college legacy, her WNBA launchpad, her global impact. By stripping it away, without reason, without explanation, without transparency, it feels like a deliberate effort to assert power over the one player they cannot control in any other way. Step 5. Behind the scenes, panic begins. Whispers emerge. If Team USA continues treating her like this, Caitlin may refuse to play. Do I think she actually will? Maybe not. But the fact that people are even asking tells you how badly Team USA misplayed this. You don't disrespect a superstar on this level and expect silence. This is where everything starts boiling over, Because once the number assignment hit the internet, fans didn't just react. They went to war over it. And honestly, they had every reason to. Team USA claims to support women's basketball. They claim to uplift their biggest stars. They claim to understand the cultural moment the sport is experiencing. But their actions tell a very different story. If you truly valued your most influential player, if you truly understood how fragile and vital this moment is, if you truly respected the athlete who has brought millions of new fans into the sport, you wouldn't strip her of her identity before she even walks through the door. That's why this situation escalated so quickly. Because this isn't about a jersey, it's about a pattern. A long line of decisions that seem to minimize, sideline, or outright disregard Caitlin Clark's impact. Think about it. She was snubbed from the Olympics. She was dismissed as not top 12. She's been targeted, elbowed, shoved, and criticized non-stop throughout her rookie year. She's been blamed for everything from league expansion to media pressure to fan behavior. And now, she's being told the one thing she built her brand on, the number 22, is suddenly off limits, for no reason. And fans saw right through it. The anger wasn't quiet. It wasn't polite. It wasn't mild. It was explosive. Because this decision didn't feel like fairness. It didn't feel like organization. It didn't feel like protocol. It felt like control. It felt like a message. We make the rules, not you, not your fans, not your popularity. And the worst part? If this was about consistency, fine. If Team USA had said, players switching levels must change numbers, people might buy it. If someone else had number 22, it would make sense. But the number is empty, unused, unclaimed, untouched. That's where the tension spikes. That's where the motives get exposed. That's where fans start asking the questions Team USA hoped to avoid. Why target the biggest star? Why strip her number with no explanation? Why leave 22 unused instead of giving it to the woman who built her identity around it? And the loudest question of all, is Caitlin Clark being punished for becoming too popular, too fast, for a system that wasn't ready for her? To truly understand the weight of this number controversy, you have to look deeper, past the social media reactions, past the headlines, past the initial shock, and into the structure of USA basketball, the politics of jersey numbers, and the personal meaning this carries for Caitlin Clark. Because this isn't just about branding. This isn't just about marketability. This is about identity. And in sports, identity matters more than anything. From a purely technical standpoint, number assignments in USA basketball follow a system. Players typically receive numbers between 4 and 15 for official competitions, meaning training camp numbers can shift, expand, or get reassigned. So in theory, yes, the number 22 might not even be used during actual Olympic play. But here's the part that raises eyebrows. If the number wasn't needed, if the number wasn't assigned to anyone else, if it was simply open, then why not let Caitlin wear it for camp? Players often train in numbers that don't match their Olympic numbers. Training camp is the least restrictive environment for jersey assignments. It's the most flexible scenario possible. So why force this change here? Because while other players can adapt easily, Caitlin Clark is different. The number 22 is woven into her entire identity. She wore it when she broke NCAA records. She wore it when Iowa filled arenas across the country. She wore it when viewership records shattered. She wore it when the WNBA experienced its biggest audience boom in years. She wore it when she became a global face of women's basketball overnight. Millions of people, casual fans, hardcore fans, new fans, recognize her instantly because of that number. Removing it, even temporarily, chips away at something bigger than a uniform. It chips away at the connection she built with her audience. And that's why fans took this so personally. Because they know what the number represents. They know the work she put in to make 22 iconic. They know she earned the right to wear it on any court, at any level, in any jersey. But here's the deeper layer. Caitlin has never been a player who demanded special treatment. She doesn't complain publicly. She doesn't blast organizations. She doesn't create off-court drama. She shows up, plays her game, respects the process, and elevates everyone around her. Which is why this forced change feels even more targeted. She didn't ask for exceptions, yet she's being singled out as if she did. And the players know it. The coaches know it. Team USA knows it. And now, everyone watching knows it too. This wasn't a technical adjustment. This was a choice. What makes this entire situation so explosive isn't just what it means for Caitlin Clark. It's what it reveals about the system around her. Because when the most popular, influential, game-changing player of an entire generation receives this kind of treatment, the message doesn't stay contained. It spreads. It echoes. It exposes the cracks that have been growing in women's basketball for years. This number controversy has become a symbol of the ongoing disconnect between the players and the institutions that claim to support them. Across the WNBA, players have been speaking up louder than ever about pay, about travel, about investment, about respect. They've been fighting for fair contracts, for safer conditions, for media visibility, and for a league structure that reflects the value they bring. And in the middle of all that momentum, here comes this situation. A decision that feels small on the surface, but carries enormous cultural weight. Because if Caitlin Clark, the most visible athlete in the sport, can be treated as if her impact doesn't matter, what does that say to every other player fighting for recognition? It reinforces what they've been saying for years. We are undervalued. We are overlooked. We are fighting for basic respect. And this is happening at the worst possible moment for Team USA. The WNBA and its players are on the edge of a massive CBA negotiation. A potential lockout looms. Players are demanding real money, $1.1 to $2 million ranges that reflect their worth, not charity. And owners? They've been slow, hesitant, and resistant. So when fans see the biggest star being stripped of something as personal and symbolic as her number, they connect the dots instantly. This isn't just about 22. This is about the culture of women's basketball being stuck in an old mindset while the players have outgrown it. It also raises the question, is Team USA, consciously or not, threatened by the new generation of stars who carry massive media power? Because Caitlin isn't alone. Paige Bueckers, JuJu Watkins, Angel Reese, Cameron Brink. These young stars aren't just players, they're brands. They're bringing millions of fans into the sport. They're changing the business model overnight. For an older, traditional institution like USA Basketball, that level of influence can feel destabilizing, challenging, even intimidating. The message fans are taking away is clear. If the system can't adapt to its biggest star, the system is the problem. And this moment, this number controversy, might be the spark that forces real change. So now we arrive at the heart of it. The moment where all the frustration, all the confusion, all the silent politics swirling around Caitlin Clark and Team USA finally collide. Because at this point, the jersey number isn't just a jersey number. It's a statement. It's a choice. It's a line drawn in the sand. And the truth is simple. Team USA didn't have to do this. They didn't have to assign her number 17. They didn't have to leave 22 empty. They didn't have to ignite a controversy right before training camp. But they did. And by doing so, they revealed exactly how unprepared they are for the moment women's basketball is currently in. Caitlin Clark is not just another player passing through the system. She is the engine of the sport's biggest boom in decades. She is the reason networks are bidding higher, arenas are selling out, and sponsors are flooding in. Yet instead of embracing that momentum, instead of partnering with it, instead of honoring it, Team USA chose to challenge it, to control it, to send a message that no player, no matter how popular, no matter how influential, is bigger than their structure. But here's the twist. The fans are bigger than the structure. The growth is bigger than the structure. The future is bigger than the structure. And right now, Caitlin Clark is the center of that future, whether Team USA wants to admit it or not. This number change might look small to outsiders, but those who follow the sport closely understand exactly why it hurts, exactly why it resonates, and exactly why millions of people are speaking up. Because when you take something that personal from a player who earned everything through her work, her play, and her connection to fans, you're not just altering a jersey, you're disrespecting a legacy in progress. Now the question becomes, what happens next? Does Caitlin Clark push back? Does Team USA walk back the decision? Do they finally acknowledge the power of this new generation? Or do they double down and risk alienating the biggest audience the women's game has ever had? Whatever happens, one thing is undeniable. The world is watching. The fans are louder than ever, and Caitlin Clark's rise is not slowing down for anyone. Team USA can either evolve with this moment or be exposed by it. Let me know in the comments below. Should Caitlin stand her ground? Should Team USA fix this? Is this the turning point women's basketball needed? You're watching Her Hoops, and if you want more hard-hitting breakdowns, more drama, more truth, and more coverage of the stories they don't want you talking about, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video everywhere. Because this story, it's just getting started.